Hi, my name is Marilyn and I work for NCBI as part of the Children and Young Persons team. Today I'm going to talk about the skills involved in using a spoon. If you are a parent of a child with a vision impairment or multiple disabilities, you might find some of these tips useful for helping your child to develop their spoon skills and in turn increasing their independence. So why spoon skills? The majority of children's learning happens through incidental learning, so seeing and imitating what other people do or other children do. And children with sight loss do not have access to the same visual cues as fully sighted children. Some children with a vision impairment and or additional needs may require some extra support to learn how to use a spoon. Learning to use a spoon is an important step in your child's independence, and it's an important life skill. So using a spoon helps with fine motor skills, hand-eye coordination and choice making. So what spoon skills have you noticed in your child? Do they have good hand strength and hand control when they're playing with their toys or picking things up? Have they developed a grasp? Do they pick objects up, large objects, smaller objects? What kind of things do they actually pick up? Are they finger feeding? So do they pick up food and put it into their mouth themselves? Or even with other things, hand to mouth, do they put toys into their mouth? Are they looking, following or tracking at feeding time? So are they watching to see the spoon coming towards them? Are they looking to see if there's more food in the bowl? Are they showing an interest in feeding? Are they reaching to grab the spoon to put it into their mouth themselves? So these are all spoon skills and feeding skills that your child is developing. Some children, you might notice their reaction as a physical reaction. They might get excited when they hear that you're cooking in the kitchen, or somebody has mentioned that they're hungry or that they want food. They might respond to those kind of daily cues or daily sounds that they're familiar with, and their reaction might be that they get excited, or they start to smile, or they're looking to see you coming towards them. And so you will know your child best, and try to observe what skills they have already. Depending on where your child is at with spoon skills and feeding, you can help your child to develop their skills throughout the day. So how can you help? You could start by maybe slowing down when feeding, allowing your child to look, follow the spoon when it's coming towards them, and observe your hand movements, like scooping, lifting, putting it towards them. Use a sound maybe to get their attention. You could tap the spoon or give verbal cues like dinner time. Teach skills, I suppose, in steps using spoons or toys, so you can make it fun. So practice picking up, practice bringing stuff to their mouth, practice lowering things, so putting things down, putting things into place. Use simple language like up, scoop, down, and practice emptying spoons or cups. So it may be helpful to repeat movements using hand under hand and repeating it multiple times so that they're getting lots of practice with their spoon skills. There are many other ways that you can support the development of spoon skills, like use spoons that have thicker handles. They're easier to see, they're easier to grasp. You can use grip handles, or you can use smaller spoon grips that you can get online. You could use a spoon and bowl with good contrasting colours, so red spoon against a white bowl or blue spoon against a white bowl. Physically assist your child to grasp if they're not doing it independently. You could stand behind them and guide them through the motions using simple language. Use high-sided bowls. Practice emptying spoons or cups. You could use hand over hand to guide through scooping motions, so focusing on one step or one action at a time, and gradually reduce your help, and don't forget to celebrate their successes. There are fun ways that you can incorporate these skills into play throughout the day. So you could fill a tray, a box, a sand pit with seeds, rice, pasta or water. You could use spoons, scoops, spades or any kitchen utensils to play, helping your child to understand what spoons are used for. You could spoon with larger spoons or scoops, making it easier and ensuring success. You could use spoons, scoops or bowls with good contrast, so the children, they're easier for them to see. You could spoon with larger materials first, so use dry pasta, shells or stones, and then gradually reduce the size of the materials, so seeds, sand or rice. Play games that involve uncooked rice or pasta, and then it's spooned over a hard surface between containers, like Bury the Treasure or Bury Mammy's Hand. The noise of the spilling rice can give your child immediate feedback and will also help with their wrist position. Every time you provide opportunities for your child to build hand strength and practice fine motor skills, you're bringing them a step closer to developing spoon skills. So some building blocks or activity ideas are to develop hand strength and fine motor skills would be like squeezing water from a sponge, squirting water guns, grabbing and lifting toys, snap toys like Lego, Duplo or larger snap toys are good for hand strength. Tug of war, so you could play that with a rope or you could do it with Play-Doh depending on your child's ability and strength. Pulling and pushing chairs, helping to lift plates or set the table or lift things from their lap onto the table. This will all help with hand strength and developing their range of motion. Fine motor skills, Play-Doh activities are great. Pinching like clothes pegs or other peg games, peg boards. Picking up small blocks and maybe gradually then reducing the size of the objects so that they're having to develop their fine motor skills even further. Thanks for listening. For more information, you can contact your local community resource worker or any member of the Children and Young Person Services team on 1850 33 43 53. I hope you found some useful tips in this presentation. More detailed resources are available through NCBI or at www.teachingvisuallyimpaired.com or www.familyconnect.org.